Recently, Live with Kelly and Mark hosts, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos interviewed the new Bachelorette Jenn Tran, but the conversation took a turn. Undeniably, many opinions were flying during the show. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos talk with Jenn Tran. During the Live with Kelly and Mark show, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos were happy to talk with the Bachelorette, Jenn Tran. Ahead of the new season, Jenn meets with Kelly and Mark and discusses being the first Asian Bachelorette. At one point, Kelly asks Jenn about what her mom thought about her being the Bachelorette. Jenn says she knew that she was going to have to go on TV at some point because you really have to meet the family. Admittedly, she says, her first response was, "You're going to have to hire an actor to pose as your mom because I'm not going on TV." To which, Kelly was pleased to volunteer to stand in for her. Jenn Tran's convo gets ugly fast. However, on the Monday, July 8th, episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, not all the talk was friendly. Some of the conversation took an ugly turn. Kelly Ripa inquires why Jenn Tran wants to find love in a TV series, which leads to a strand of awkward bantering between the women. While talking to Kelly, Jenn, 26, asks, "I have a question." She addresses Kelly, 53. "Where did you meet your husband?" Kelly shares that she and Mark met while working together on All My Children. After this, Jenn compares her experience to Kelly and Mark's meeting. However, Kelly wasn't having it. She immediately squashes that idea. "Those are not the same. We were both professional." Furthermore, Kelly questions, "Are you acting on your show?" Then, she states, "I didn't marry Mark's character, Mateo Santos. I married Mark Consuelos." Kelly Ripa presses for answers. According to Entertainment Weekly, the interaction between Kelly Ripa and Jenn Tran was simply two people jokingly hassling each other. The inside source says, Ripa and Tran were ribbing each other during the conversation. Furthermore, they explain it was in good jest. The interview was well received on both ends. As Kelly goes on to discuss The Bachelorette, she dives deeper into her question about why Jenn wants to be on the show. Coupled with the compliment, "You're drop-dead gorgeous," Kelly adds, "You could meet anybody anywhere, at any time." Why? Jenn Tran doesn't need help. While Jenn Tran doesn't necessarily need help in the dating scene, she expresses to Kelly Ripa how much of an honor it is for her to represent her heritage. After appearing on The Bachelor to attempt to win over Joey Graziadei's heart, Jenn is embracing her chance to find love again. Undeniably, she is so pleased to represent her roots. She says, "I wanted to portray my story in the best way possible." Then, she vulnerably expresses, "I wanted to please everybody, but that's not realistic." Admittedly, she knows that wasn't an option. She adds, "You can't possibly please everybody." Instead, she began to focus her efforts on herself. She continues, "I just was authentic to myself and told my story in the way that makes sense to me." While Jenn Tran's mom was initially hesitant to appear on TV, she eventually agreed to the feat Jenn opened up to Kelly Ripa. "She was excited for me and for me to be the first Asian Bachelorette." Also, she explained that her mom made many sacrifices for her family as an immigrant, and she was proud of Jenn. She says, "She knows how much that means too. We have just been wanting representation our whole lives."